Welcome back, everybody, to the Huddle Up podcast presented by Cooper Paint, Striping, and Sealing, the Jeremy Hodge Auto Group, and Magnolia Landscape and Design. We took some time off. We got about a week and a half or something like that or whatever, but we're back at it.
We're back.
We actually got 2 episodes coming to you this week. But first off, DG, what's going on, man? How's everything going?
It's better now.
Yeah.
It is better now. That's for damn sure. When
Hey,
I look in the middle of the screen and I'm looking at this, come on.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering what the heck is in the middle right now, I'm gonna let David take it over and introduce our guest. So
this guy,
yeah.
You got to be a legend to step on the screen. No shirt, a stash like that. Are you kidding me?
Or not
fire
care.
me up for this episode, man. This guy, let me do it justice because we can start off, put a smile on our face, have a little laugh. But this guy is not only a phenomenal ball coach, the current offensive line coach at Pitt State, the Gorillas, right? A phenomenal program up there in Pittsburgh, Kansas. This guy's been multiple stops across the country in college football. A hell of a player at Oklahoma State, all Big 12 lineman of the year. Or excuse me, I don't even know if I said that right. Big 12 offensive lineman of the year. Right, season of 2011, snapping the ball to Mr. Brandon Whedon back in the day, Big 12 champs, Fiesta Bowl, yada, yada. This guy was the head honcho of that crew up front. Coach Garner, Mr. Grant Garner, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, look at this, man. Showing the chest hair.
I ain't ready. We got to ease into that, boy. You can't come out with your number one stuff.
Hopefully, we don't get kicked out because of the guns you got. So,
look at these guys been hitting the weight room.
Hey, there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but football and weights in Pittsburgh, Kansas. So, got to do what you got to do, right?
And coal mining, too.
And coal mining. There you go.
Man, Coach Garner, G Money, man. Appreciate you joining us. Talk to us. You're on a little bit of summer vacation right now, like a lot of college football coaches are. Probably got a little bit of time in and out of the office still, making sure your guys are ready to go. But spending a little time with the family right now, I assume. Like, what's it look like for you right now, first year, going into your first season at Pitt State? Talk to us, man. How's it been? What's life like for you? And tell us about your summer, man. Fill us in.
Yeah. So we're kind of in and out of the office right now. That's what's hard about coaching is moving around, right? So been doing some renovating and like laid floors today, doing baseboards tomorrow, and then going to the office. So doing good stuff like that. So just doing a little vacations here and there. And the family, we're about to head up to Montana, I think this weekend.
Go.
So excited for that. Never been. So we'll see. Yeah.
Nice. What are you doing up there? Are you gonna you camping, you fishing, you doing anything like that? You just sightseeing?
I think just enjoying nature. That's right, with my teeth. Yeah. No, I don't know the plan. I just know we're going to get out of the heat. We're kind of meeting Bailey's family up there, just kind of get together. So excited.
Yeah. Hey, I just popped up on the website for Pitt State football, and you guys are 42 days. 22 hours, 51 minutes, and 30 seconds away from the opener against Ferris State. So, man, it's going to be here before we know it, right?
I hope you're ready to go.
It will.
I hope you're ready to go.
I hope so, too. I hope my guys are ready, more importantly.
Yeah. They will be. I know you. They will be.
Let's go. Yeah. So, I think we all get in the office and hit the ground running. I think next Friday, something like that. And then it's, you don't get to see your family again. So, trying to soak up the last week. But man, it's interesting because I don't know what I don't know. I've never been at this level before, so kind of having to figure everything out on the fly. And I think there's only 1 or 2 new guys on staff this year, so I guess kind of figured it all for myself. And the staff have been awesome, really great leadership, great guys, great to work for. But kind of the new kid at school, so to speak. Not everybody's new with me in that. So I've never been at the Division II level. So learning competition, learning the teams who play, what wins, what doesn't win, what's good, what's not good. So every day's a new day. That's for sure.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I want to start right there. What you just said, I think that's a great segue. What you just filled us in, man. And to your point, you're at the Division II level for the first time. And for the people that don't know about Pitt State, damn good football. Damn good program. And you guys, if you walk into your facilities, and I think I just saw y'all got like new plans of something totally new going on. Is that right?
Yeah, they're building some new offices and like a restaurant and some locker rooms, things like that in the end zone. So
you guys are making upgrades too. In my opinion, I haven't seen too many Division II facilities that outdo yours.
Yeah.
Like you guys are doing it right. So
that
I haven't seen any. So this is all I know.
Facility is nice.
It is.
We always wanted.
Very nice.
We always wanted to try to get those games inside during Pitt State's summer high school football team camps because it was brutal out there on the turf.
No doubt.
So anytime we tried to get inside, we were like, let's hopefully we got a couple games indoors, man. So
they've taken care of us, the fat guys, as it should be, right? Whenever we do our high school camps or 1 day camps or whatever, the skill guys go out and bake. So that's good. We get to stay nice and plump inside. So that's been great.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. That's beautiful. So before I forget to ask this, because you're well versed in college football. You're at the D2 level now. You were at JUCO for how many years in Mississippi?
9 years.
9 years.
9 seasons.
Oklahoma. And then other than that, you've been at the Division I level, the FBS level, between last year at Oklahoma State and then I don't know how many years before you got to Mississippi. How many total years in FBS?
2 years. GA'd for 2 years for Todd Monken at Southern Miss. That would have been 13, 14, and then 15. I GA'd at SMU in Dallas for Coach Morris, his first year at SMU.
Okay, so well versed, man. You've been in all levels of football. The difference for you now, talk to us about that. Like, what's the adjustment been? Like, you go from JUCO to Big 12. Like you just mentioned, where you started in your career. For the coach, the guys, maybe there's a youngster out there listening. Like, I know some young coaches. I bring it up all the time. I hear that sometimes. Like, there's a few guys that I'm really close with that I think are really great ball coaches that are going to grow into big-time ball coaches one day. The big time is where you're at. For sure, I believe in that, and I believe in the coaches that teach that and doing the best job wherever you're at. And I mean, from everything I've ever heard and know about you from working with you this last year, tell me about that, man, as far as adjusting to the different levels, how to acclimate yourself. Like, what is the biggest difference from going D2, JUCO to D1, blah, 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 those adjustments? Like, how do you manage that? How do you handle that?
Yeah, so, I think there's a lot of layers to that question. But, right off the bat, like what wins kind of on the field now, junior college, compared junior college to so far what I've seen on cross tape at Pitt State and the MIAA conference. So like at JUCO, man, those defensive ends, they were wild cards. You never knew what they were going to do. They were 6'2", 6'3", just trying to make a play. Didn't really play with rules, so to speak. So you had to count for everything, but man, they were athletic and quick. And the offensive linemen were a little bit underdeveloped, at least where I was at. So they were able to be much quicker and faster. Whereas here, so far what I'm seeing cross tape, now we may get beat off the edge every snap. I don't know. We'll see. But it doesn't seem like speed is going to be as big of an issue here. Quickness, like beating the guy off the ball to the spot. So I think that's one adjustment kind of on the field. Whereas, the Big 12 level what we faced last year, you had to worry about everything, right? And then I think another thing I learned at Jones, right? Shout out JC.
Man.
You figure out what's important. You figure out what's important and what's not. And you really just try to give your guys the meat. Maybe they don't need the potatoes, right? Maybe they're on the carnivore diet. So you just try to give them those things in order to win. And I think just, man, and so to speak, in general, you're not dealing with the sharpest tools in the shed at times, right? Or maybe, you've got 12 guys in the room and 9 guys are really sharp and 3 guys aren't, but those 3 guys are the 3 guys who are going to start, right? So you got to make sure that your language isn't going to confuse a kid. And just because it works somewhere else doesn't mean it's going to work where you are today. So I think constantly evolving, figure out what's important. How can I trim the fat? How can I continue to trim the fat? How can I change my language, my verbiage on how I teach? And I think one thing too, there's an element of like culture within each program. And so, yeah, I hope I answered your question. I don't know.
That's good info, man.
Yeah.
You definitely did. You got to be able to adapt and adjust. Yeah. Right. That was good. That was good nuggets right there, man. Really good. Cause I'll say, like, to your point, even if a kid's not the sharpest tool in the shed, myself, I know that was me. I didn't always learn great. But you just said it. Sometimes those are the guys that play for you, and you got to figure out a way to get them to play for you. But that's at all levels. That's at high school. That's college of any level. That's at the NFL. I mean, not all those guys are not always the sharpest tool in the shed, but they're going to be on the field, so you better figure out a way to get it done. Now, the NFL is a little bit different animal. I get it. But college is everywhere in between that, and you got to make it work. So being able to adapt at that, man, that says a lot about you as a coach to be able to handle all the levels you've been at and have the success you've had.
That's and I think one thing too, like you can't take anything for granted, right? Like I said, hey, you like that? I said,
hey, if you guys are watching live right now, tell us what you think about our guest and his physique and everything like that. Rate it 1 to 10 if you're watching this live, and then later on in the comments, drop it in and see what what you like the you like what's going
natural.
on.
I'll say that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
hey,
we just picked up like 3 more live viewers. So hey, let's go.
Hey.
I don't know what's going on, but hey.
I forgot what I was saying.
I mean,
sorry.
that was me.
Adapting. Adapting.
When you put the hair in the screen, I forgot what I was saying. Like, look at that, man.
It happens to my wife. That's why we have 3 kids,
This is the Huddle Up After Dark, guys, in case we were wondering.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I think you can't assume your kids know what you're saying, because very few kids are, in my experience, are strong enough to say, Coach, that doesn't make sense, right? Because they don't want to look dumb or sound dumb in front of their peers. Yeah. So constantly within meetings, how can I ask questions that make them audibly answer me? Not yes or no questions, because, you can fake that, right? And I think so many coaches have a tendency to answer questions for players, and hopefully the player agrees with them. And typically, why wouldn't the player agree with them? Maybe this is bad, I don't know. But one thing I found is I try to ask questions that are misleading to see if they actually know what we're speaking about. And then just constant walkthroughs, I found, seem to be the most time efficient way to learn. Just getting, the 5-0 line up and having a defense in front, just walking through the plays over and over and over. Because not only are you're physically getting reps as well mentally, which I think is so much more valuable than just watching tape.
Do you do that inside your meeting room?
Yeah. So I was able to. I was lucky at Jones and where I'm now at Pitt State. My meeting room is pretty big. Like, so we meet in the team room here. So there's plenty of space. So what I'll do is just have the five starters until I feel like they have a really good grasp. They'll be up front, and then I have cones, and so I'll set defenses, change the defense, and then so I have the 5 starters, and then the backups, however far back it can go. And then, like, I'm fortunate right now, I have Johnny Botorf, who's kind of my GA assistant line coach. He's phenomenal, does an unbelievable job, going to be a home run, great coach. So I can give him guys and he can take them, and I trust that they're going to learn. But that was what I had to do at Jones. One-man show is you had the 1s and the 2s. We didn't have 3s there. So you had everybody getting reps, and then once I feel like the 1s are confident or I trust that they know what they're doing, then we kind of get the 1s in the back. And you'd be shocked too how much how much the older guys take pride in teaching the younger guys and correcting them with their steps. And I think it creates and helps camaraderie and a culture within the room. So, but yeah, I think especially if you're not going to meet for 2 hours, that seems to be the most time efficient through my experience.
So let me ask you a question here, and this may be very, very vanilla for some coaches, but I like to ask it to different O-line coaches and everything like that. What is your easiest kind of run scheme to teach? What do you start with day one usually? I know it's based on scheme and the offensive coordinator and stuff like that, but what do you like teaching as far as run game stuff like day one?
Yeah, so that's kind of I think 2 separate questions for me. Yep. Like, my favorite is outside zone. I believe in it with my whole heart, love it. If I could only run one play, that would be what it is. There's a lot of advantages to it I could get into, in my opinion. But I think the easiest thing to teach is going to be your like power, right? Your gap scheme. It's more complicated than it sounds, but at times it's not. It's like you just have your gap and create a double teams and block down. Well, I don't necessarily think it's the best play on paper. But I think as far as just installing and teaching, I think it's an extremely easy play to teach.
Nice.
Easier than just a downhill inside zone, tight zone, whatever you want to call it.
Man, I think inside zone I don't think it's easy. No. I think it's really complicated.
And why? Why?
Yeah. So your footwork can change a lot. Double teams change a lot. I don't think it's a great play versus an odd structure like an Oki front, personally. So there's a lot of mechanics to it that can change. I think it's harder to move guys vertically off the ball than horizontally. I think you can get outnumbered in the box. I think it's if your quarterback's a runner, I think it's harder to read that 6 defender with a quarterback, especially a JUCO, man. Like that guy,
yep,
he can play both a lot. He could play he could play the running back and the quarterback, and he would do things that you just couldn't coach in a sense of, man, I don't know what to tell you, because your read says give it, but he still makes the play. Where I think you can kind of just create more space with outside zone or pin and pull or whatever you're going to do. I just think inside zone is so stagnant. I think in a sense it's harder to collect line movement, defenders moving, because where the ball is going, where you're trying to run it, is downhill. And so you can't really take advantage. It's harder to take advantage of guys getting out of gap if you're running like a C gap play with your wide zone stuff.
With wide zone or outside zone, it's a lot easier to run RPOs that a lot of people do, because your guys are not going upfield and everything like that. Everybody's running, east and west instead of that. So I like, and even when I was doing some stuff with RPOs, I much rather liked doing it off of an outside zone kind of scheme than I did with, like an inside zone or an insert or something like that too. So yeah, I'm with you. I like some outside zone too. And I don't think there's enough guys out there that, will really try to hang their hat on it too. But I like it because I think it can be pretty versatile too in your offense.
Yeah. And I think, your nakeds off of it, your deep shot play actions. You don't get the same thing. Yep. Yeah, I just think, to me, the whole 7-man pro where you've got the offensive line, everybody's got the gap to the left, and then you got tight end and the running back away from the slide. Well, is it a 7-man pro? Sure, but it's all stagnant. The launch point isn't moving. I think there's better protections. And you're putting a tight end one-on-one with a defensive end without any kind of deception or illusion. So that's just been my experience. But yeah, and I think also like it fits the skill set of your quarterback outside zone, right? If he's kind of slow, man, you can take advantage of the run scheme through your play actions, through your RPOs. And if that guy can run, now all of a sudden you can get the running back in the gun. You can run midline off it. You can read the backside backer. I just think it's a very versatile play that allows you to fit the attributes of your quarterback to have success for that guy.
Very nice.
I'll tell you what, if we just took a little snippet of somewhere in the last couple minutes of this conversation, posted it to social media, said some opinions with it, there would be some ball talk conversation going on. So
I think that's what we're going to do.
Be some comments, man.
I don't get on social media, so I won't know. Yeah,
that's okay. We
will.
We'll let the conversation organically. Hey,
I love it.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear people's thoughts too, and that's good because
I think too, like
conversation.
At my
that's
level,
what we're
coaching,
doing,
man. I love it. I
don't coach high school, so and within saying that, to a certain extent, and truth be told, like very rarely are you at a school for 9 years. Where I was lucky enough to be at Jones for 9 years, so I got to have 10 different recruiting classes. So man, I just think it's a whole. I think outside zone as far as finding offensive linemen, there's a whole, I'll just say like for the MIAA or whatever, there's a whole lot of 6'2", 280-pound offensive linemen that are really good at football and are really good human beings. And I think you have to be really good at both to be really good on the field, where there's not very many 6'4", 300-pound offensive linemen that can play at our level, because if they're good enough, they're playing Power 5, right? Within reason, maybe a kid gets overlooked for whatever reason, or is underdeveloped, or he lives under a rock, right? But usually if they're 6'4", 300, and I like their tape, they ain't coming to Pitt State. And that's just kind of the facts of the situation. Now, that's not every situation, but there's a whole lot of 6'2", 280-pound offensive linemen that can be really, really good at outside zone that aren't going to be good at inside zone, So I think it allows you to recruit specifically to your scheme.
Awesome, man. There's been, I tell you what, I say that earlier about the snippets being on here of like, there's some good info, Drew, between what you were talking about with, just the RPO and the outside game or outside run game, mixing it with that. G Money, to your points of everything you just said of why you didn't like inside zone, downhill, whatever you want to call it. I think there's a difference in true inside zone versus downhill tight zone or duo, or the whole conversation of what people say and blah blah blah. But I'm not trying to get into all that. Yeah. But the things of what you said and why you stood on what you believe in and the reasons for that's beautiful. That's what makes up a ball coach, man. That's what makes football great. Honestly, not just makes up a ball coach, but for one, as you get in this game, in this world, and you find the things that you believe in, that you like, that you build yourself up, that you build yourself upon, and you believe in, you run with it, stick with it, you teach it, get players to buy in, and you roll, right? And then there's other people that have a different opinion, but it's still 11 on 11 at the end of the day. And if you make it work, you make it work. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And that's the great thing about football, schematically, in my opinion, and the fact that there's coaches all over the place. You make it work with what you believe in, with the players and what you got. You got to figure out who you got, make it work with the people that you got, what you guys can, what can you guys execute and roll. And that's a beautiful thing about football, man. So I love hearing y'all say that stuff just in general. That was a gold mine the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of listening to you guys say that stuff. So that was awesome.
Yeah. And within that too, I'm not saying that's the way, you coach whatever you want to coach, however you want to coach, but I believe that for me, right?
Yeah.
But anybody can do whatever they want.
And you're allowed to believe that.
Yeah.
Anybody else could say, they could say whatever they want. They can say you're crazy. Inside zone's the best thing in the world. And if they have a reason to believe it and stand on it, then good for them. If not, who cares? It doesn't make any of y'all any worse or any less of a ball coach. That's football, man. That's what it is, right? You're going to find different opinions all across the NFL, college football, high school football. It don't matter, man. So that was cool, man. That was a good conversation. The huddle up. Shirtless Coach Garner. Rolling. Come on.
Let's keep the
theme. To that shirt, boy.
Hey, let's keep the theme going. I did a little research, Coach, and you talked about your time at Jones at junior college in Mississippi. It's hard to not talk about Mississippi JUCO football without bringing up, you guys did, in 2016, season 2 of Last Chance U, you guys beat EMCC.
Yeah.
And talk about, that and what it was like to face those teams, because I think people are, they don't understand, if you're not in the coaching world or anything like that, how good JUCO football is in the state of Mississippi, and it still is. Some of those guys, and you even talked about some of the teams and people that you face. Obviously, East Mississippi, you've got Mississippi Gulf Coast. You got some of those teams down there that had some dudes that for whatever reason, had to spend some time in JUCO. What was it like having to face some of those guys and seeing them in their trajectory and where they ended up, and knowing that, hey, we had to face some guys week in and week out. It was like the SEC almost of JUCO football.
Yeah. So 2016. So that was my first year at Jones, and the year we played East, that was my very first game. So I didn't know Buddy Stevens. I didn't know anything. But man, there's some wild stories down there. That's for dang sure. But man, what a great league. Awesome. Very physical. Those kids love ball. They love it. I think it's a very under-recruited state out of high school, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But man, that's one thing maybe people don't know is the majority of the time I was down there, we were only allowed to have 8 out-of-state players. So the bulk of every single team in that state is from Mississippi. So those guys grow up wanting to play for Jones or Pro River or Gulf Coast or East or whatever it may be. So they love ball. The community behind it, it's big time. That was a cultural difference I experienced down there. Was some people may say the junior college they went to before the 4-year school that they went, which there was no great cloud above going to a junior college, so. But man, I think I had 33 guys signed Division I offensive linemen in the time I was there. So man, those guys bought in, worked hard. Really proud of that. And also you're typically not going to sign an out-of-state offensive lineman, right? Because you only get 8, so you're not going to. Usually those guys got to catch the ball or make plays, make tackles. Shoot, I think in 2017, 18, we had 2 first-round picks back-to-back. So Javon Kinlaw was the 14th pick to the 49ers, and then Jonathan Abram, who's like 24, something like that, to the Raiders. Yeah. What's the – I can't think of the guy's name. He got traded from the Bears to the Redskins, or maybe it's the other way around. Defensive end, played at State, like 6'8". I can't think of his name. But, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to go against those guys who you see quite a few of them in the NFL now. There's a receiver for the Packers. Can't think of his name right now, but yeah, there's been guys for sure that you watch on Sundays, and that was what was so fun about. We played on Thursdays, so it was a lot of fun, and so you got to watch your guys that you signed or played for you, or that went to an opposing school. You got to watch them on Saturdays, so it made Saturdays a lot more fun to watch ball.
Yeah, no, I wanted to bring that up because I don't think enough people understand that. And yeah, everybody gets enamored with obviously the SEC and the Big 10, Big 12, and all the major Division I, but there's some damn good football at the JUCO level and even Division II where you're at now. And so I just wanted to, shed some light on that and just, have people understand that, there's some really good football players that come out of some of those schools. And I think you did a good job of, just telling us how unique, football, JUCO football is in Mississippi with, most of those guys, being from the state of Mississippi. So,
yeah. It is.
I think to your point, Drew, and to David's point earlier, like big time is where you make it. And man, I didn't feel any different on the sidelines at Jones or Oklahoma State or anything like that, man. It's all about preparing your guys to have success on game day. And once they do, nothing else really matters. And what a fun game. So, sorry.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. Really good stuff. Drew, I'm glad you brought that up. And I knew Mississippi, the JUCO world, would get brought up in this conversation. I mean, you spent too much time there not to bring that up. And the amount of players, like you just mentioned and Drew just talked about, man, is awesome. But, like, I got to see, in my 5 years at the University of Memphis, I got to see a little a preview, a picture of what it was. And Grant, tell me if I'm wrong here. Was it you that told me the story? Like, you thought you guys were getting Kenny Gainwell. Remember that?
Yes, I was in his house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow he got eligible.
Yeah. Right.
He committed. He was coming to Jones. He was all in. So we thought we had one.
So Kenny Gainwell, man, current running back in the NFL. This is just my point to prove the point to you guys and to anybody listening. Like, the talent down there is real. He's from God. Why did I just go blank? I had it on.
Yazoo City.
Yeah, he's from Yazoo City.
I'm not sure.
Yazoo County, Mississippi. And was a hell of a player, and didn't know if he was going to qualify at the D1 level. Like you just said, he ended up qualifying. We got him at the university
as well. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Ended up he qualified, and we got him. He signed my first year at Memphis. And so we were talking about that whole thing in meetings. Anyway, ends up coming in. He's in a loaded room of running backs with Tony Pollard, Darrell Henderson, Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson was actually in the running back room. But in the receiver room, Patrick Taylor. So he comes in his first year to a loaded room of running backs, makes a name still for himself in that first year, but ends up redshirting. The next year just goes off in 2019. And it's like, this kid is a redshirt freshman, straight out of Yazoo County, all in at the FBS level, doesn't even play the next year because of COVID, and still gets drafted in the 4th round off of redshirt freshman tape. So
not a big guy.
To your point, no. Oh, man. I mean, he's
5'9". 5'9" is generous. 200 pounds.
Is generous.
Yeah. But
dude,
no,
I'll never forget Coach Norvell saying after like 2 weeks of spring ball or 2 weeks of fall camp, Coach Norvell comes in and is like, that guy might be one of the best football players I've ever seen. And I'm like, wow. For one, how do you see that in 2 weeks of a freshman who hasn't really taken that many reps or whatever? He's taken some. I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
And then sure enough, a few months down the road is like, okay, so this guy knows how to spot talent because Kenny Gainwell from wherever in Mississippi, like you just said, like you find players under a rock or whatever it is, like there's dudes talented everywhere out there. And so that's one example I got to live personally and see in it, because he's an awesome human being too. Just super quiet, humble person. and to see him having the success he's had now is really, really cool. So I'm just backing that up with a little bit of a story that I know, man, because that is Mississippi is those dudes. They can play some ball, man, and a lot of times they love football. They love football. Super high gas factor. That give a shit factor for them, really, really high a lot of the time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway, man.
Yeah, you just talked about that. Well, you just talked about that running back room at Memphis, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty damn good right there. So
yeah, they were solid.
That was good stuff right there.
They were solid, man. Okay, so let's I gotta stay on this topic, man. We got our guy G Money in the middle of the screen, shirtless, showing off the beautiful chest hair. The stash is just on. Like, I mean, my goodness.
Just for men, baby.
I mean, my gosh, dude. Like, I mean, so let's take it back. Let's take it back, man. Oklahoma State days when you were playing, you were snapping the rock, okay? And what was that like? The 2011 year, winning the Big 12, you're snapping to a first rounder. You yourself, your Big 12 offensive lineman of the year. Sorry, I messed up at the beginning of the show. I think I said it wrong. You shake your head.
No, I think you said it right.
I corrected it, I think, but I think I said it wrong at the beginning. But and I'm right? Big 12 offensive lineman of the year. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, right? Because I used to look at that every day.
Hey.
You
better get it right.
I mean, are you kidding me? This guy was the best offensive lineman in the conference that season, and it was true.
That's
the
okay.
offense was, I mean,
we had to let you guys have a year. It's okay.
We don't got to talk about the Gooners in this show. Listen, one of the last we gave the Gooners a lot of credit for winning the College World Series. Okay,
it's okay.
You guys won your Big 12 titles a number of times. We get it. Okay, but G Money's year that didn't happen. Tell him G Money.
No, it did not. You guys had, and I said it when Coach Dunn was on the podcast with us. You guys deserved a shot at the national championship that year. I said it. So.
Hey,
that would have been
really cool to hear.
Because I legit feel like we would have had a real shot against LSU. Alabama, I don't know, but LSU, I do think that's who we would have played.
Absolutely,
that would have been interesting because West Virginia is similar offenses, but I would think we were a little bit better. I mean, they kind of put some numbers up in that year, if I remember correctly.
You guys put up some hell of a numbers right there. Just talk us through that year and everything that you did right there. That was a hell of a season.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so special. To Coach Gundy's credit, that was the culture that I grew up in. Like toughness, hard work, discipline, accountability, being a great teammate, like respect. So that's just what I thought was normal, right? But the further I got away from Oklahoma State, the more I realized, whoa, that's pretty abnormal to do what you say you're going to do, which is crazy as that sounds. But man, just what a special time with a lot of people that I love, and got an opportunity to reconnect with them, a lot of them this year. But man, that was just a special season. You go back to, I don't know, it was the third, fourth game of the year when we played. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay. With third or fourth game of the year when we played A&M, we were down by 17 at halftime, and it just felt like we were going to lose, But then we're able to fight back and come back and win. And man, what a special game! I think that was probably my favorite game that season. And I kind of grew up wanting to go to A&M, didn't get the opportunity, and so that was a pretty sweet and special victory. That was also the game I had my high ankle sprain, which, man, that was awful. That was a rough one. It still affected me kind of a year later. But then, so kind of had to get the old Toradol shot every game after that to fight through it. But then, man, the K-State game, the Texas Tech, K-State, we beat Colin Klein on a last second. I don't know, I think it's 47-45, something in that range. And then we were able to win those two close games. And then, man, another one that sticks out for sure is obviously beating OU. I mean, how special to beat them and then do it on your home field, win the Big 12, beat them, and then just everybody stormed the field. And so I was married at the time. Still unmarried, But so I got married my senior year, and somehow
I still throw that out there.
Still married to the same woman. Yep. Somehow
she's a woman.
She is, I can assure you. Somehow, just through God's providence, I guess, or whatever, who knows, happenstance, somehow we found each other on the field amongst thousands of people, and we kind of got to celebrate and have a moment together. So, man, what a special season. And then obviously, beating Stanford in the Fiesta Bowl, super fun. So that was in overtime. And so there was a ball on the field. So after Chelf scored the touchdown, right? So after
almost,
they
should have just gave it to him at that time, right?
Oh, and then we had another play short.
Something happened. He had to kick a field goal or something.
Okay, because I remember Shelf scored, and I was
he did.
So jazzed.
That's what we're gonna roll.
I was so excited. I was, kind of going from their 20 or 30 in, whatever it was, and I just saw the ball and I was like, dude, game's over. And so I just punted the ball, and then I look back and I see flags, and I'm like, oh no, did I just get flagged for this? And luckily it wasn't.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, man, my heart dropped for sure. So luckily something else happened, whatever it was. But I can remember in that game looking at Martinez, Nick Martinez, before Stanford's kicker kicked the field goal that he missed, praise the Lord. And just looking at Nick and be like, dude, I love you. What a special year. So glad we got to share it together. But yeah, man, what a magical time. Super, super fun. And it's so cool being back this year at OSU and kind of seeing, what I felt like we had built, kind of the foundation for the program, the success, and like seeing how much better the program, the traditions, the walk, fan support, all those things are just exponentially better than I felt like they were in 2011. So definitely I feel like took some pride in what we were able to accomplish is kind of the kickstart for that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. To hear you say that, and I'll say this: so you're putting everything off. You're approaching this with a very humble attitude because that's the human being that you are. So that's cool. That's cool. But I didn't know. I didn't know the high ankle sprain happened. I don't remember that.
Oh, brother.
I was just a fly on the wall on the sidelines my true freshman year, red shirt and blah, blah, blah.
He was over there standing by the Stanford tree during the
exactly.
bowl game.
Exactly. And I'm like over there eating popcorn, just watching the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Who
and
has a tree as a mascot, by the way? They
didn't deserve to win that. They don't deserve to win that.
Are you kidding me?
You got great. You got Coach Garner on the other side fighting through a high ankle sprain, and you got a tree on the other side.
What the hell?
Yeah. And I got to take care of my wife at home. Come on, man.
Yeah. Still same wife, by the way, guys.
Same wife. Yeah. Just to make it clear.
Woman.
So we're gonna. So I gotta brag on you, dude. Like to go through that season on a high ankle sprain and to win the Big 12 Lineman of the Year. Can you hear me?
Sorry. I think somehow my Micah, my middle child, somehow
that's what he's doing. The humbleness is taking over. I'm about to brag on him, and he's taking his headphones out.
So that was the fourth game of the season that year. I'm looking at the schedule. September 24th against A&M. And then you went the rest of the way through that gauntlet, playing through that. And the high ankle sprain.
That was a great game. Forgot about that.
Yeah. And you beat Texas. So, let's go.
That was a good one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That started a streak of beating Texas on the road like 3 or 4 times or something. Maybe that was the second of the streak or something like that. I mean, it's just, you guys, what y'all did, man, it was just,
cool. You were on the team too.
Yeah,
but I don't take any credit for that. I'm just telling you. So anyway, but I'm sitting there, I'm watching that's what I want to hear. Big 12 offensive lineman of the year on a high ankle sprain. I'm just pointing that out, dude. That shit ain't easy.
No, that's rough. As an offensive lineman too, that's insane.
What? And there was some sort of number. J-Dub used to throw this out. Shout out J.W. Walsh, man. He used to talk about this because he would brag on you guys as an offensive line because obviously he was a freshman that season too. Traveled all the time. He got to sit in there with those meetings with Whedon and those guys and Coach Monken. And so he heard a lot about the protection aspect of things and just how, like, you guys were never worried about any blitz. I mean, obviously, if it was 6-man pro and they're bringing 7, there's hots or whatever. But, like, any 6-man blitz that ever came, it was like you guys never checked anything or whatever it was. You literally just handled it. And that's so impressive to say the least because that was true air raid, true drop back, true 6-man pro, 5-man pro days of, like, just letting it rip. Absolutely letting it rip. And for you guys, I'm not going to even put a number on it because I'll be so wrong. But the low number of sacks for the dropbacks that happened that season, man. That's impressive.
I think it was 9 or 11. It was one of those two. And one of them, Whedon tripped on a shoelace. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Weed.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Come on, Weed.
I mean, come on. Like, so, talk about that. Like, how did you, is that just the confidence from you guys, from you as a group? Like, I know you were making calls up there, but for the quarterback to not have to redirect a lot of stuff, which nowadays in football, like that happens a lot, NFL, college, and everything. But you were in control up front, man. Like, talk to us about that. How did that transpire? And then at the same time, battling through a high ankle?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, we had, 5 really good offensive linemen, to be honest with you, who were trained by Coach Glass, like just hardened through just his program and what he did. And, there's no question that guy's got to be on Mount Rushmore for that school. And then just Coach Wickline was, man, what an unbelievable coach. Like he either made you or broke you. And by the time, if you were a starter, after working with Coach Glass or Coach Wickline, like you knew what you were doing and you could be depended on and trusted, and you were a competitor, just mentally, physically tough guy. Great players, right? Lane Taylor played 9 years for the Packers. He was a guard. Levy Adcock spent some time in the NFL. Really good player. Michael Bowie, I think he won a Super Bowl, right, with the Seahawks as the other tackle. Martinez jumped in there. Jonathan Rush, we had really good players, right? And we only did a few things, kind of circling back to our original conversation. It's like we had 2 screens, inside, outside zone, and really honestly kind of one protection. And that was it, but luckily everything was kind of a mic-based protection. And if I felt like we had any kind of pressure coming off either edge, I had the freedom and flexibility to just kind of slide the protection the other way, and it ended up working out. And then Whedon was, golly, we had so many good players, right? Blackman. So you're really going to, you're going to blitz 7 or 6 and leave him one-on-one? I don't think so. Right. And just formationally, it was hard for guys to get to Whedon without showing their hand. And luckily I was able to kind of control the snap count and be able to see if somebody's showing from the right, hey, let's slide to the right. It felt very simple because we didn't do a lot of stuff and we had good players.
I thought David was about to take his shirt off for a second too. He was.
I had a little itch.
I'm like,
you guys don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want to be flapping around here. Coach Garner on here showing it off.
Yes, sir. Ahead, so in 2009, I'm coming back.
You had stories to tell. Come on, that's what we're here for.
This is 2009.
This is story time right now. Let's go.
This is before I even sniffed the field, right? Everybody probably thought I sucked, except for me and my mom. And so 2009, I had a mullet, and I cut. Nobody thought mullets were cool. Like if you had a mullet, you were a dork, right? But I had one, and I got it. Shout out to A. Mitch, my barber, Big Mitch, number 72. I got it just in camp because I was like, dude, camp is awful. This sucks. This is 18 days of brutalness. So I was like, I'm going to have a mullet so that way I can just make people laugh. And I just kind of kept it the whole year. And it ended up coming down to my collarbone. So it was pretty righteous. But we were our bench was right behind Texas. And they were like, hey, Garner, you have a mullet. I was like, yeah, no duh. And then pretty cool. The whole student section.
Great observation there, buddy.
Yeah, they're astute down there.
Yeah, they're great.
They started chanting Garner's mullet. So I was like, dude, I've arrived. Screw if I don't ever make it on the field, I'm a cool guy.
Especially in your home state.
That's right, man.
Yeah,
that's right.
So you're from the Dallas area. Where'd you go to high school?
North Mesquite. Go Stallions.
Okay. Yeah.
Pride. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
I mean, that stash you're rocking right now is the stash of a stallion. I mean, my gosh.
You know it, brother. You know it.
That's amazing. Okay, so Garner's mullet got its own chant from the Texas student section.
Chant. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a legend. I mean, my God. Regardless of all the posters on the wall, but I mean, my goodness. Okay. Yeah. All right. So was there another story?
Yeah, not as cool, but the Stanford game was so long. So long, and it went into overtime. And actually, our offensive line coach, Coach Wickline, he's smarter than I. He's more experienced. So he right when the clock hit 0, he sprinted to the locker room, and I was like, "Where's he going?" And then you learn later he had to take care of, relieve himself. And then it's dude, as players, you're drinking all this Gatorade, you're in the desert heat. And all of a sudden, it's like, dude, it just hits. So we were out on the trophy ceremony, and it had to happen. It had to. And so I just got some guys around me and just kind of let it rip during the trophy ceremony. So I kind of made my mark in the Fiesta Bowl. So
is Jay Cooper around for that?
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Dude, man, isn't he?
Jay Coop calling order now.
Yeah, the Cooper's painting, stripe, and sealing, man. How about it? He's everywhere. He can take care of all those needs. Yeah, but he had to be on the stage. You did it on the stage?
I was in the grass. I wasn't on the stage. Yeah.
Oh, man, I was about to say.
Hey, it's sad, but linemen don't get the stage, you know?
No.
Yeah.
We don't get
Got to give it to Whedon and all those guys, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with that, dude? How did the Big 12 lineman of the year not even get to get on the stage?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You're all-American.
As long as the tree – hey, and then just to think, the tree could have been up there if y'all would have lost.
Right?
Like –
poison that sucker.
Did you have a stash with the mullet?
Man, I wish we could get some pictures.
Dude, you got it. Hey, just look up Grant Garner 2011.
Yeah. I didn't have it in 11. So when
you said it started in 9. That's right.
Yeah.
9.
So when I met my wife, this was before like internet was.
That was about when camera phones really kind of got going.
Yeah. And so my wife, my mother-in-law tells a funny story. Bailey, she told her mom, she's like, hey, I'm dating this boy. His name's, Grant Garner. And so she looks me up on the internet or whatever. And it's like my mullet picture. And my mother-in-law's so awesome and so sweet. And she told Bailey, she's like, he looks nice. This fat 300-pounder mullet kid's about to date her daughter. So for her to say he looks nice, that's probably the worst thing you could ever say.
Drew, are you able to like share your screen and show us the picture?
I gotta find something.
Well, you can look it up on your phone. You can look it up on your phone. Just hold it up to your screen, maybe. If you found a good picture, we gotta see that. So, Grant, this is new though. What about this right here?
Yeah, I just thought mix it up. Why not?
Bailey wanted you to like switch it up a little bit, or
yeah. She wanted me to look more like a Spaniard.
You do, man. You look true Spaniard right now. Hey, what are they in the semifinals? Are they going to the semis? What do we got? Are they going to the finals?
Yeah. No, they're in the finals.
Finals, that's right. Finals.
Okay, so it's I don't know.
You've been watching the World Cup, Grant? Are you a soccer guy?
Yeah, don't tell me who won today though, because
Big 74.
The England game. Go.
7-4. You ready for this?
Oh, yes, let's see it, God. Let's go.
Nacho.
Yeah. Oh, a little closer.
Golly, racing stripes.
Gosh. So you had racing stripe mullet, and you were just clean shaved?
Yeah, bro. There's picture day. What do you expect?
Dude, baby face killer with the mullet.
Look at that. And he had the mud flaps going in the back, too. Look at that, dude.
Just naturally curly.
Jeez.
Golly.
And look at him now. Like, unbelievable transformation.
Golly, dude, not everybody's able. That's for sure, right?
No wonder.
Not everybody is able.
They forecasted it. They're like, all right, maybe not this year, but maybe a couple years down the road, we got to give this guy Big 12 lineman of the year, like for just the haircut alone. So
is that the picture up in the O-line room of the Big 12 offensive lineman of the year? Or is that from Ladder?
That's from 9.
That was 9.
No, but
I just literally Googled 2009 Grant Gardner OSU, and that's what you find.
Dude, everything it probably got taken down, Glidden, the one in the OL room.
Oh man, but that picture right there should have been your picture for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's legendary status, man. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Okay, so
hey, let's I'll give you another one. There, hey.
Oh, dang! Beverly Hills, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that looks like that's from like the 70s. That haircut, that's terrible.
That's like Dirk Diggler.
I needed to go with a mullet then, man. God, that was broke. Man, that was bad. We didn't.
Yeah, that's some Mark Wahlberg. That's some Mark Wahlberg boogie nights right there, man. I'll tell you what.
That's awesome. Well, Grant, give us this, man, before we close this thing out. Who do you guys open with this season at Pitt State?
Ferris State.
Yeah.
Ferris State. Okay. Yeah. Big game?
Big game, Coach. It's a big game.
I mean, that's a solid program, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good.
They're really good. For your group going into this season, tell us, man, like, what do you expect from your group? I'm not talking wins and losses, obviously, but the offensive line group at Pitt State, if somebody is going to turn on the film, man, what are they looking at that's going to replicate their coach of Coach Grant Gardner? What are we going to see this year, man, to close us out?
Yeah. What I want you to see is just guys who are physical and that compete and finish. Like, to me, it's, man, they just need to compete. Like, leave it all on the field. No matter what it looks like, it's not always going to be pretty, but they're just going to find a way to win and be relentless and find a way to win their one-on-one matchup and just make the conscious choice. Like, no matter what happens, there's no way the guy that I'm responsible to block is going to make the play. Like, there's just no way that I'm going to let my teammates down. So what we're going to try to do is play and compete in a way that we don't let each other down.
That's awesome. Well said.
Gorilla ball.
Well said.
Let's go.
Well said. It's big time, man. That's
go,
big
Gus.
time. Well,
let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on, man.
Hey, and that's not an easy schedule either. Like, through that, you got Emporia State, you got Fort Hays, you got some good teams.
Okay, keep going, Drew. Read them off. I want to hear the schedule.
You've got so let's go the schedule. Let's go Ferris State. Then you're at home. You got a two game stretch to start the season at Emporia State. Then you go on the road to Western Alabama. Fort Hays.
A hike.
Yeah, Fort Hays. You got an open week. Then you got Kearney, Nebraska. Yeah. Then you got Washburn. You got Missouri Western, who's got some, good. Then you got Central Oklahoma. Not an easy game at home. But you got them at home. Then you got Missouri Southern, Central Missouri, Northwestern Missouri, and then you guys will be headed to the first round of the playoffs November 21st.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I am confident in that for sure.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, when can I, get up?
Wait, is UCO home or away?
UCO is. That's what I was looking at. It's at
Edmond.
At Pitt. So.
Oh, sick.
Oh, dang! I was hoping that was in Edmond, man.
I know. Me too. I was like, man,
I'd be there for sure. Man.
Hey, will any of your offensive linemen have a mullet?
You know what? I can't answer that question.
Require it.
Require it?
Hey, by the first day of camp.
Honestly, I feel like one or two of them may have a mullet right now. I haven't seen them in like 2 or 3 weeks. So, them young whippersnappers.
That's an important period, right? Like the time away from the position coach. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, I 100% do. It's like I genuinely believe like you have to be excited to get back. And everybody is wired different, but for me, it's like I know I'm about to not get a day off for 4 months, so I'm not going to work if I don't have to. And I just think, having a 30-minute meeting isn't worth what they could potentially learn. I just think you have to be away from each other. I think it's healthy for me. It's healthy for them. That's my philosophy for sure. Because, man, we're about to see each other every day. So get away from each other.
Hey, Coach, I'm going to prophesy.
How do you get that back here, by the way?
I'm going to prophesy this right now. December 19th, the national championship game. Do you know where it's at?
It's in Dallas, isn't it?
McKinney, Texas.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That is right there, backyard,
Hey, Mesquite, the big end, McKinney, the baby end. You feel me?
I'm telling you, Let's go. Yes, I'm telling you, hey, the family's going to be there for the national championship game.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence. That's what I'm talking. That's manifestation right there, Drew. I hear you, bro.
Yeah,
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Hey, Grant, you got to say it and you got to believe it too, man. You got to know that's going to happen. You can bring that up to your guys the first meeting when you get back. Say this manifestation already happened. You're letting them know.
Buy a one-way ticket, boys.
That's right. One-way ticket, man. On a southbound train.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. Well, literally. Coach Garner, you are the man. Literally one of my favorite human beings I've ever met in my entire life. I appreciate your friendship. Learning from you this past season was phenomenal. Coaching alongside you, man. Hell, I'm using things you taught me, literally, and the basics of the offense that I'm running now. Things that you taught me. That's what we're rolling with. because
nothing but outside zone, David. Let's go, man.
That's it, dude.
Let's go.
We'll see.
That's the recipe.
We'll see.
Right? You know?
We will see, man. So, but hey, thanks for joining us, dude. You got any final comments for us?
Yeah, I'll say thank you for your love and your kindness, man. I truly appreciate you. And every single time, I reflect on this past year we got to spend together. It was just so special to be around you and your family. Just what a special year, even though the circumstances weren't great. I was surrounded by great people, and you were definitely one of those people. And how cool to me be a senior, and then you're a freshman, and you see each other, but you don't really know. And then all of a sudden we get to connect. And I've always felt like, when I first got into coaching, it's like, if you can find a coach who knows ball, who works hard, who's a great teammate, who cares about the kids, like that's the coach. Like surely you can have every coach has all four of those qualities. And it's like the longer I coach, it's like if you can just find a coach with one or two of those qualities, then probably a solid coach. Where I would say, like, with all my heart, Dave, like, dude, you love the kids that play for you. You love them and you make them better. You're the best teammate there is. All right. And then just your knowledge of the game. I learned so much from you. There's no doubt about it. You don't just speak. You only speak things that you know. And then what was the other one I said? So no, and then you work hard. Like you work your nuts off, man. And you don't leave any stone unturned, and no one can question your work ethic. So thank you for being who you are, and just keep it up.
Man, I appreciate you. We weren't supposed to get into. You weren't supposed to say all that. That wasn't the point, man. The focus is you, but I really do. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's been a blast, and for you to join us tonight, what a special episode, Drew. I don't know if I've laughed this much on an episode.
This has been a great. This is our first shirtless episode, so it's gonna be
two no shirty one, right? Or what is it?
That's right. We got That's right. We got a shirt sandwich. With the you in the middle. So, but we appreciate you. Coach.
All right. So I just got to say, I did wear a shirt because I just went for a jog and I'm sweating. I would sweat through that sucker. So, okay. Thank you.
The Huddle Up podcast is a judgment-free zone here.
No judgment here, man. We did encourage, just so everybody knows, when we saw before we went live, we saw Coach Garner without his shirt on. His lovely wife was helping him get his technology set up to get rolling. And we said, dude, are you rolling without the shirt? And he kind of asked if it was okay or should he or not, joking around. He did, and of course
he made a business decision, and it was a great one.
And here we are. You're going to get people are going to be calling you after this, man, offering you deals and stuff now.
I mean, there's the news outlets and the media that's going to be in Pittsburgh, Kansas this next coming week is going to be outrageous. I mean, they're going to put you on like Dateline and ESPN and like all those, it's
Dateline.
Going to be something. I don't know.
Barbara Walter, she's on her way.
Yeah.
We got to feel the void that the World Cup left, baby.
Like everybody. That's going to be national news, man.
Right.
Isn't Dateline like – it's like bad things, right?
No, that's a different segment. Yeah. We're not talking about –
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
Come on.
I just watched the murder mystery.
That was the Stanford Tree. That's the different Dateline.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Uneducated. Uneducated.
Mustang.
Idiot. Sorry, man. Yeah, that's Mustang. Yeah. That's Mustang and Oklahoma State education for you. Sorry.
We really appreciate you taking the time, Coach. Best of luck to the Pittsburgh State Gorillas this year. We will see you guys in the Division II National Championship come December 19th. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
And then I might if it happens, I'll be there.
Drew,
what do you mean if? What was all this speaking? And then you're saying if?
Hey, I will be there
when it happens
with my shirt off.
Oh, it's going to be cold down there in McKinney now.
That's okay.
All right.
Oh, he's starting his own section.
That's right. Yep. The O-line coach fan club.
Yeah.
Oh man, mustache and mullets only.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like paint mine on because I can't do what Doc Holliday there does. So,
Well, Grant will grow his out. He'll shave it off. He'll give it to you. We'll glue it on.
There you go. I like it. That'd be a little
problem
weird,
solved.
But I'll do it. Whatever it takes.
Yep.
But hey, David, tell them. I know we got 2 episodes coming. Tell them about Saturday morning and what we got coming up on the Huddle Up podcast, and then we'll get out.
Yeah, man. So, again, Coach Garner, thank you. This was a hell of an episode, man. Middle of the week we kind of took a week off, but to get you on here was big time. Later this week, we have Coach John Wozniak, assistant wide receiver coach for the Cleveland Browns, was at Oklahoma State the past however many years he was there. I don't know. It was like a 7-8 year stretch, whatever he was there. Has been in so many great programs in college football before this. Hell of a ball coach. I got to be around him personally as well. And that dude knows ball. Great human being. He's going to be joining us Saturday morning for a cup of coffee episode. And I think we're starting at 8 a.m., 8 or 9 a.m.
Around there,
I can't remember.
We'll let y'all know.
But that's going to be a great episode. Man, that's going to be a good one. And between Coach Gardner today and then Coach Wozniak Saturday, this has been what a week we got rolling. You started us off right, G Money.
1-2 punch, man.
It works with Woz. He's going to be a treat, man. What a great guy.
Love it.
We'll see if we can get consecutive shirtless episodes. We'll see if we can get.
Let's go! Going. Yes.
So I don't know. we'll leave that up to the guests. See how crazy we can get the guests. Maybe we start doing costumes for the guests. Who knows? They like a headgear pick, like Lee Corso or something. You know,
G Money is just a dude. You're just a trendsetter, G Money.
Trendsetter.
We'll see if I am. We'll see if Woz.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but for all of our sponsors, Cooper Paint, Striping, and Sealing, Jeremy Hodge Auto Group, Magnolia Landscaping and Design, for us at the Huddle Up Podcast, and Coach Grant Gardner, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys again Saturday morning. Take care, guys.